Hello guys, welcome back. The Zen woman lasted for about an hour after that video. Coffee. Then the antisocial bitch I always am took over and was like, they've got my fucking money! I had tried email. I tried repeatedly searching their website today. I placed a phone call. It's a bad fucking sign when a business doesn't even have customer service and you go straight to an answering machine. That is one of the worst fucking signs because they're seriously understaffed. So I thought, you know what? I went to PayPal and I'm like, where the fuck's my money? Because they're not going to ship this shit. I know it's fucking gone. And I even, had all my stuff ready to give them as evidence. And they said, well, have you tried contacting them? I'm thinking, yeah, that's what I've been doing the last couple fucking days. But they gave me one last email. They're like, we know you're pissed off. They don't term it like this, but I do. But please try this. If they don't answer you and you can't resolve it, we'll give you your money back. At least you can start taking steps to getting your money back. Because I'm like, they got my fucking money. My balance is 0. But they don't even have the order. The order never even shipped. And I don't want it shipped at this point. I told them cancel the order because I know what they'll fucking do. They'll overcharge me. They'll double charge me again. I'm like, fuck you, no. So I told them I want my money back. Because at this point, I'm fucking pissed off. I waited 5 fucking days, which is motherfucking eternity for me. Because they have the worst business model ever. They're not open on holidays. They're not open on weekends. They only ship this slow-ass shipping that only ships during business days. No. So I should have went with Amazon. And now I'm on the hunt for my money back. And I have been reluctant to start this sooner. I should have started this sooner. I should have. But I was like, well, it's for the All-Father. Somehow I had really felt like the All-Father was pushing me towards this stuff, though it didn't make any sense. And then Odin showed up today, and we were working together again because I thought he wasn't interested, and he showed up again today. And I told him, I said, I'm just pissed off. My patience is entirely fucking gone. If this was a test of my patience, I'm sorry what I felt, but, I'm fucking done waiting because they said the order doesn't exist, and here I have the email, and here I have the PayPal statement that they charged me for it, so what is this bullshit? So I said, I'm sorry if you had your heart set on this and this was supposed to be part of my spiritual journey, even though it doesn't fucking make sense dealing with the All-Father for, plush wolves to be part of your journey, though they are soothing to sleep next to at night. And I said, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm walking away. I'm not going to get this stuff. I don't even think I'll buy Wild Republic plush in the future because fuck them. They're not getting my money. I heard that's my girl. But yeah, I'm so pissed off. And watch, like in May or something, I'll have somebody from Wild Republic finally answer me and be like, you shouldn't say mean things about us. Don't come between the customer and their money. I once had to deal with a customer that ordered $200 worth of food, had it confirmed, came in screaming at me that I confirmed it, and I surely wasn't working at 2 in the morning. I said, sir, we don't have staff at 2 in the morning. I don't know who you talked to, but it wasn't me. And I said, could you please wait? And we called the front office. We couldn't find who the fuck he talked to. I don't even know if he fucking had called where I worked at, but I know what it's like when customers have given you their money and they didn't get their product. We did not have a record of the order. He had a record. He had, he could bring it up that he had paid for the charge, so he did go talk to the office staff. So I know what it's like being on the other side to have a customer come charging at you. Where the fuck's my stuff and where the fuck's my money at? I know what it's like, and I have sympathy. I know what happened. They should probably have a fucking staff of 200 people, and they probably have 1. And it sucks to be that one person because you're doing the work of at least 6 people. I know it. I have never come across a business where they properly staff the business. They're like, fuck customer service. We're getting one person, or we're getting an answering machine, and we'll fucking answer it when we feel like it. So, yeah. We had a policy where I worked with that even if you have to find a stray dog to answer the phone, you fucking answer the phone. You do not let it go to an answering machine because you just lost that business. Because usually the customer would be like, you know what? I don't have time for this shit, and they'll move on. They'll move on because there's endless competitors out there that will answer that call and be glad to take their money and be glad to fulfill their order. You have to be on the ball. So I didn't like it. That was not a good experience. And I'm not going to like get so pissed off and crazy and overreact that I burn everything I have now, but it's like, well, you know what? Then this wasn't fucking meant to be. It just seemed when I was placing the order. Remember, I told you guys the money had come through and everything came 1, 2, 3, and it seemed like it was meant to be. They fucking dropped the ball. So it was meant to be up to a point, but then they had to do the human element and actually show up at work and do their job, and they didn't do that, so yeah. And no, it didn't show up today. I kept going out on my porch. I kept looking for my mail. I didn't even get mail today, so no, nothing showed up. And it doesn't exist. This order doesn't exist, guys. I can keep going back 50 times, and it won't exist. I got charged for it. And I should have fucking knew. The first time I went to pay for it, something went wrong. And they said, all your items are still in your cart. And I'm like, what? I fucking paid for this shit. And I went and I checked my PayPal and I checked very carefully. And it hadn't gone through. Well, I went and I paid them a second time. And I only have one charge for this. I made sure. And they said, okay, it went through. They accepted it. I don't think they did anything but take my money. They didn't accept the order. I don't know how the fuck this happened. I don't know if they have a shit ton of orders from PayPal waiting on them, and they don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. It's been 5 fucking days, and I don't have my items. Screw you. I could have went with Amazon and have it already. So, yeah. And I think the Allfather was waiting to see what I would do. Maybe the whole thing was he was leading me into that to say, oh, wouldn't this be sweet? Why don't you do this? And then it didn't come through, and he's like, well, did you need it? And I'm like, well, no. So that happened. And everybody's like, she's back to being a sarcastic, moody bitch. We were so scared. You know, it wouldn't last. I'd been listening to stuff because Mouse had come through, and the one woman that talks about Mouse is pretty chill, and she's so zen, you can kind of zen out yourself. And then the Allfather was coming through. And it's funny because the Allfather will come through, and he will be here, and then he's like, you don't want to see me? He's going to go over here. So look, he jumps in the middle. And just when I'm back to working with Loki, and I'm ready to make a video about why I can't work with the Allfather because we're not compatible, he comes forward again. And their god, you know their god? Their god talks about lambs and love and light. Our god keeps dragging forward evidence of everything he's killed. These are all my names as death. Oh, look, it's so damn cute. Look at all the things I killed. Good damn it, that's cute. Stop it, Allfather. Yeah, you know you're kind of meant to work with him when the death aspect comes forward. He's like, I killed a bunch of things. You're like, damn it, that's cute. Yeah, the more ferocious a god is, the cuter I think they are. When Loki comes and he's being all ferocious, I think he's cute. I think they're so damn cute. I'm one of those people who would go up and fucking hug a wolf. It'd be the last thing I would do, but I would do it. Tigers too. Anything predatory I love. And the more predatory he is, the more, violence and war and everything and killing his enemies because he can. He drags over, the more he endears himself to me. He's never going to show up with flowers and a box of chocolates and I love you, let me be your god. He'll show up with the hearts of his enemies. Look what I bought you. I heard that's an idea. Now I know what I'm getting for Valentine's Day. But it's so weird, and I don't know what he wants other than to be here. I really don't know what he wants other than to be here. I think the fascination started out that his brother had something, so he wanted it too. And he wants it more than his brother. And it was fascinating because as I looked up an association, there was a name in the book that the woman claimed he had, and I couldn't stop laughing because it's the name of a children's thing I used to watch as a child, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was snorting laughter. I'm so sorry, oh father. And I couldn't find it online. But one thing that did come up was a thing about Loki, and it was Loki doing Loki nonsense. Loki had done Loki nonsense on somebody. And I can always tell if Loki's doing Loki nonsense because they're the kind of people that if you pretend to be Loki, they will take you deathly seriously and they won't answer you and be fawning all over you. And I don't got time for that shit. Fuck you, get off my fucking channel. And Loki speaks quite clearly and loudly for himself. He always has, he always will. There are people who like to think they speak for Loki, and there are people who think they are Loki, but they're what I call fuck nuts crazy. It's like, yeah, you're back. The bitch is back. I'm drinking Cafe Bustelo. I love this shit. It's really smooth and it's really, like, tastes lush, kind of. Like, it's really smooth compared to my regular coffee. I love this shit. It's not quite as good as Odin Force coffee. Nothing is as good as Odin Force Valhalla coffee. Valhalla blend. But, it's from Death Wish Coffee, my favorite coffee. But this is a close second. This is like a really smooth espresso blend, so I'm gonna have a lot of energy today. But I figured I'd let you know I'm back to being cranky, moody bitch. Thanks to coffee. Coffee is everything. And we did go out for burger. And I got a quarter, and I didn't even know they had made these quarters. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, you can't see it, but you trust me on this, it's about the effigy mounts. And at first I thought that's got to be the second play token I found in a row up here. I didn't know it was actual US money because I don't pay attention to what goes on. And it was just interesting. It was kind of like Loki's answer, I think, to things and the Allfather's answer to things. And so I'm back to being a moody bitch. I'll let you know if I ever see my money because I want to fucking see my money again. Yep. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.